Three, two, one.
And welcome back to Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast episode. I just realized,
Oh shit, me too. Oops.
324,
Yes.
324, 324, oh, I need to
You
fix
guys got
that.
to see the number change this week.
How's it going, Bruno?
Good. It's going good.
324, I don't, 324s would be crazy, because Jeff Gordon had 3 different car designs I really liked. Even though I
Okay.
can only think of 2 of them, top of my head.
Well, there's the rainbow, the flames.
Didn't he have another one?
I'm
Or
sure.
I feel like there was a third one I remember. Gordon, car, design. Did he only ever have 2?
Oh, the gold was
Pe-
a good one too.
oh, I love the Pepsi, but I'm a Pepsi guy.
I mean, the rainbow is iconic for sure.
Oh, if I was a Formula, like, let me put it this way, Bruno. I'm the I'm the Logan Sargent in F1, and I'm like, I need a helmet design. I'm calling up Mr. Gordon, being like, "Yo, I need that. I need that design on a helmet. Can I do it?" And that would just be my helmet. I like the Pepsi car, but I think I liked Pepsi back in the day, or
I'm
back
gonna
in the
be
day.
real with you here. He had three good designs. And I'm sorry, but Pepsi wasn't
You didn't like the Pepsi?
included. It's fine. It's not a problem, but it wasn't.
Oh, I just liked it.
Yeah, it's
There
fine.
was Yoda on the front.
I mean, that is true.
Um,
But like the Flames,
oh,
that's a Jeff Gordon
sick.
car.
That was post Rainbow, right?
Um,
I think it was Rainbow then
yes,
Flames.
correct.
'Cause I
Yes.
was really sad about the lack of Rainbow, but then the Flames were like, oh, sick. They're like, oh, he picked like
Yeah. And
place
then the
bet.
gold one was like a special run.
Yeah,
That was a cool car. But then the rainbow was like the OG for sure.
that like car exists anywhere.
Yeah, probably.
Cool. Um, I've always wanted to see. I do really want to see in like I'm waiting for the time in my life where I get to like walk around and I see like an F1 car just sitting around.
I mean, they kind of shove them some places sometimes.
Yeah, but they've never been places I've seen. There's a small hope for me when I go to the Miami airport. I fly in and there's just like in the lobby somewhere an F1 car because of all the race. Like every year they're doing a race now.
Yeah.
I want to touch it. Local Pennsylvania man gets kicked out of Miami airport for touching display F1 car. Um, Speaking of cars that go fast, how
Yes.
how how are the Italians doing?
It's a
Speak
good
for
week to be an Italian.
you speak for all Italians here.
It's a good week to be an Italian. To go back just a smidge, if
Yeah.
you're ever in North Carolina, look up Hendrick Motorsports Museum.
Oh, I don't tend to go to that state, but if I ever do, I will have to think of that. Such a far state to go to.
It do be kind of far away.
Motor. And I was hoping you'd say like Dover.
Dover is a lot closer,
Um.
but right there's your
Oh, there
car.
it is. They're always so much than I would think they are.
Yeah, you know,
Like based on that picture, that like that's the bottom right is one of those things. I don't know what to call it.
the like line designator things.
Yeah,
There's a name. I don't remember what it is.
but like when you look at the top of that and you draw it across, it feels like it's
Oh
going to like
yeah,
the top of the.
there was a moment where I had that thought too. Remember the first time we went up to the vineyards together?
Yep,
We went to you know what's so stupid? I can't remember the name of this place.
Three
And
Brothers.
yep, we went to war. I was gonna say, but I was like, man,
I'm
that's
still
not
embarrassed.
right.
I'm still embarrassed by like saying that out loud the one time to the woman at the register.
Well, you see, you got to keep those inside when you're with other people, okay?
Yeah, but I like was done. It was a comment.
Uh,
She was like, "Man, you're done already. We just gave you that book." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I went to war." I'm like, "Oh, I shouldn't have said that." That was embarrassing.
um, but when we went there the first time, right on the corner as we like came in the driveway, was a GT40, like a not 40, sorry, a Ford GT.
You wish it was a GT40.
It was still a very expensive car,
Yeah,
but yes,
but yeah,
we walked up to it at one point, and I went, "Holy shit, this thing's on the ground." It came up to like my thigh. It was ridiculous how low it was.
yeah. I just you look at it, you're like, huh?
Yeah,
Why are these tall drivers in cars?
yeah. But that was like, I think that was the only time I've ever seen up close a GT like that. And
Not
it
many of
was
them. They're not.
so
They don't
much.
just.
Oh, yeah. There's only like, I think it's in the 500s.
You don't got those in the Walmart parking lots of the world.
Um, oh,
Ew.
sorry. There's a lot more than I thought. There's about 4,000 of them.
I just saw a picture of a Ford GT 2023.
The new ones. Yeah. They're funky. They got a big hole in them.
Like, why do they have to make them look like that?
I don't know, man.
I don't know either. Um, so, I'm trying to think. I felt like, did I have anything last week that I forgot to bring up? I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Yeah.
did listen to Big Booty Mix 25 again, but it was in the car with Madeline because she didn't want to hear it, but I need another week to listen to it.
That's fine. I could use it too.
And initial impressions are, uh, I think it would have probably been like better. I think because they did Madison Square Garden for it, I yeah, I'm gonna put this in your brain that we have to give their intro a little bit of a leeway.
I agree and had that same thought as well.
I was kind of disappointed by the intro, but again, they were playing Madison Square. They had to play to the venue.
Playing that in Madison Square Gardens as the release, that intro goes real hard.
Yeah, like I think a
But now
context.
listening to it, I don't give a shit about it, kind of thing.
No, but on release night and like again, I
Oh,
think it's one of those.
absolutely.
I think it's one of those like it made sense for. 'Cause they'll like for them, it's like, oh, what about Big Booty? Like, oh, that was a hard intro because we fucking just sent it off in New York. Like, I'm sure like there
Yeah.
at the time was like, fucking, it went hard. But yeah, well, reviews to come. Um, man, I was wanted to send this to Eric, but I'll bring it up in the podcast. Um, I had a lull. I had a lull today at work where I was like waiting for a bunch of people to give me answers to things, and I was like not getting into things.
Yeah.
So I was browsing the Reddits as
Okay.
one does.
As one
Um,
does, of course.
man, I was so infatuated by this picture of like
There's
a
a
fish
name for
ladder.
this.
I just sat like I was just like staring at this thing for like 5 minutes straight. It was this fish ladder thing to get them over a dam.
Yeah, somebody should make a live stream of that.
I would love to watch a live stream of that.
Yeah.
Man, because I was like thinking about it, and I was like, well, I read the one Reddit comment was like, this is just a fucking big ass ploy to make fish smarter. The dumb fish won't be able to get up it, but the smart fish, those are the fish you're gonna have to worry about. You're selectively breeding the smartest fish that can climb ladders. What's next? You're gonna teach these
That thing's
fish to.
dangerous. That's a dangerous fish. That's what that is.
I mean, it's great. Like they have to like slip in these small ass gate. Like their little like channels aren't big.
I wonder how much of a difference this makes as to. I guess I'm having trouble understanding why.
Because they want fish to come upstream, and this is like, I guess, just naturally like it slows down the water a lot because it's that stupid design. It's like that. There's that like natural design of
Yeah.
water where it like kind of runs against itself. So it's I'm assuming the water's not going. It's kind of like trickling down, not like shooting down.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. I feel like you'd be like a fish going halfway up this thing. I think would just have to be in hell. Like you're in a Stanley Parable. Like this is a Stanley Parable for like a fish. You like make it one chamber through the next chamber through the next chamber, and you're like, God, what? When is this gonna end? It's
There's 26 of them.
again, this a fish stuck in here might like just might be in hell. Like
Do you
after
think
third,
how long do you think it takes a fish to get up that? Is this an all-day adventure? You packing the bags for the day?
I have no idea. Like again, like the idea that like a fish brain is just gonna real like maybe they get used to the pattern, but I don't think they understand pattern. I don't know. Maybe fish understand
Well,
patterns.
like okay, maybe we're not thinking about this right. This is an instinct thing. Swim upriver. I gotta
Yeah,
go fuck upriver.
yeah, but this is such their ancestors were like
This is
their
like a
ants.
beaver hearing water. You play water and it starts slapping in the ground.
Fuck beavers in Pittsburgh, fucking ones, big ass.
It's crazy to me. That's the craziest thing you. The highlight of your vacation to Pittsburgh is seeing a beaver.
slap. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
I'm
yeah,
not even convinced it was a beaver.
it had a tail. For all I know, Pittsburgh has platypuses.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, fish hell. I don't know. Like I haven't. I I say I haven't had time. I just have not gotten to it tonight to the point where I've this is an 11:45 thing where I'm trying to find that last video just to like get me past midnight to upload the podcast. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like fish ladder dams, and I'm just like watching this fish like make it up there, and I'm like, oh my God, this fucker, quick. Some dude designed. The thing is, someone pitched this at a meeting. Like the first time, like this was some dude's like, "Yeah, guys, hear me out, fish ladder," and he like had this catted out and be like, "We're gonna have this fish ladder coming." Everyone's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck was that?"
All right, there's some like this is a thing apparently.
I love the look of that first picture,
Yeah, it
uh,
does look sweet.
but the second one is like expect these fuckers just to hop.
I mean that they do is the thing.
I know, but fuck, it's just like again this whole dumb fish, smart fish thing. Like you're really weeding out the ones that are dumb. That's
Yo,
sick.
we thought the last one was hell. This one looks like hell, man.
I don't even understand,
That's like halfway. That thing comes back around, I think.
bro. You're swimming up there for like a mile. How many fish are in that like second row picture? That's a lot of fish.
That is a lot of. Somebody's got to live stream this thing.
There has to be a 10-hour YouTube video. Some damn fish fish ladder. Oh, this is the practical engineering. Oh, come on. I'm getting videos of the ones of like the tube where they shove them in the tube and they fucking like fly up. I've seen those things.
Okay, where is North Umpqua? Where is this? Because I want to go here now.
What? Say to me?
Oregon? Shit.
Yeah, I'm not going to Oregon.
They've got a fish ladder that has a viewing pool that looks like it's straight out of Bass Pro Shop.
What? What? You can just walk up to this thing?
That's what I'm saying. It looks sweet.
You're just doing it. It's there.
Fucking Oregon.
They got water in Oregon. They got dam.
Yeah, look at it. You got a window to the fish ladder. Goddamn Oregons.
Man, I don't give fish enough credit. Maybe for the fact that like they're dumb enough for like to bite onto anything shiny. Like Eric's over here being like, "Oh, I'm out in these fish." After Eric's ass is paddling out there with a kayak, they're just like, everything seems normal, and then like we go bite this. I don't know. Again stared at this fish ladder way too. One of those things that you don't you scroll through Reddit and you weren't expecting a random post to engage the neurons in your brain,
Yeah.
but you
So,
know, yeah.
speaking of wildlife,
Oh, are the cams up?
no, but yes, that was the thing for next week. We'll talk about
Okay,
that later.
gotcha.
But in other news, I saw a frog today. He was kind of
Frog
cool looking.
or
A
a
lot of
toad?
times I see toads. This is a frog. This is a. Also, I love technology. I took a picture of this thing because, I take pictures of things a lot.
Yes.
And then I was like, hey, first off, that's a good looking picture except for the leaf that I couldn't get out of my goddamn lens. But, anyways, I clicked the Google Lens button. That's a pickerel frog. Instant answer, just like that.
Pickerel?
A pickerel
Pickerel.
frog. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know anything about him, but that's what that guy is.
First time you seen a frog like that?
And no, but it's definitely like I'm in toad country, I see toads a lot, not frogs.
Toad? Do toads make the low like croaking sound?
I I don't know. That's a good question. We're gonna find out.
Like, I don't. Frogs aren't near me, and I would
Some
know that.
toads do croak,
Okay.
but apparently you probably hear um frogs.
Gotcha. I'm surprised. I thought I would
A
have more
toad's
frogs.
croak can be mistaken for a duck or a goose call.
What?
They're more of like a croak, like a
What
quack.
did he say? Okay.
I'm reading Google right now. I'm on froglife.org, all right? We got the facts straight from the
Man,
source.
speaking of like Google,
Yeah.
so unless do you have anything else with the frog thing?
No, I just saw a
No, it's a
frog.
cool frog. I'd be like, damn, what are you doing today?
Exactly.
Uh,
That's why I got a picture of him.
uh. So I go for my walk over lunch. I do the same loop. The
Yeah.
business park. There are multiple businesses there. I work for one. I tend to ignore the others on a general
Fair.
basis.
Yeah.
Um,
Sounds about right.
it didn't happen to me like last year, but in the past like 3 months, I've been flagged down multiple times by truck drivers. Like I'm just going on my walk, like hat on. They're like flagging me down, like, how do I get here? And I'd be like, it's just some random business in the business park. And sometimes I recognize the names because I like see the sign of like, oh, these are the businesses in the park.
Yeah.
But they're like, how'd you get there? I'm like, I don't know. It's like, oh, I'm like, they just like look at me. I'm like, I don't. If I don't work there, I have zero interest of like this isn't like a neighborhood situation where I know where Dave lives down the street. Like
Yeah, I
this
don't
is
think I would know where the loading dock for XYZ is just
yeah,
by
the
being
one dude's
there.
pointing like, what's that company? It was just like 2 days ago. He's like pointing at like what or not 2 days ago. Today's Wednesday and we didn't have Tuesday then. He points out, is that this company? I'm like, well, there's this sign in front of it, so I'm gonna tell you no. And he looks at me like, well, I think that's where I'm supposed to go. I'm like, well, that's not the company name. Whatever company name you just told me isn't on their sign right there, so I can't
I
help
would
you much
feel that,
more.
like if you're in a business park, signage is probably fantastic too.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I
it's a,
don't
it's a
understand why this is an issue.
it's a pretty good sign too. It said like the name of the company plus the address beneath it. So I'm like, if that's like not on your paperwork, I'm assuming you're in the wrong spot. He was
I would
kind of
assume so
close.
too.
He was kind of close. Like I looked up, but I recognized the company name he said. I just like I didn't know where it was in the park, but I knew like it existed in the park.
Yeah.
It was like this building's here, and then it was the company he wanted is behind that building, but it was on a completely different like it was a completely different road name, like a completely different
Hmm.
address.
Yeah.
I'm like, but it's happened a few times where people just like flag me down. I'm like, I just walk around here. Don't expect me to like if
Yeah. Expecting the guy walking down the street. Oh, you know everything there is to know about everything?
but and like I can almost 100 I know when it's a truck for my company because we don't have trailers in like the box truck trailers.
You got
We
flatbeds.
No, we have the trailers that have the retractable like
Oh,
side
you
like the
got the soft
canvas
side.
sides.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it retracts up, they can put stuff down and it retracts back.
Yeah.
So tip like I for sure we're the only company in the park that those type of trucks come to our business. I've never seen them at any of the other places, but I'm like, oh, if I see that, I know they're heading towards like my company. But I'm like, so any of these truck drivers I'm waving down, like I know I'm never gonna get lucky that I'm like, oh, I know exactly where to point it out because I can see the trucks from a mile away, and I'm like, yeah, you're not for us, bud. Um, so the canvas ones they get fucked up real easily. Um,
I
because
believe it.
uh they're like on rails, and then they get fucked up and all that stuff, and they get torn a little bit. Um, really nice if you're going under a bridge because it'll just like tear.
Hmm. Sounds fun.
Oh, you found it.
Okay. I just wanted to know if I was looking at the right place
Yeah.
to understand
So
like what your walking is like.
so yeah, so I go down. We're on a hill. So like my
Okay.
initial walk is going down the hill.
Yeah.
Then I walk towards the pharmaceutical company,
Yeah.
but there's a T intersection
Yeah.
where it
And you
goes
go
to
around the
that.
loop.
I go around the loop and then back up the hill.
Yeah.
That rubber company
Mm-hmm.
just like down just down closer towards the like the little curve area, like the big bend.
Yeah.
That's where the truck driver was sitting. He like points at me. Says, "I'm looking for." I don't even know how to say the company's name. Ragpool.
Mm. Yep.
He's like, and he points to the rubber company. Is that it? I'm like, no. It's just a big ass sign that says like the rubber company name. I'm like, I just
It
I
looks
don't
like
know.
he does need to enter from there, but brother, I would have no fine knowledge of which one of these places is where if I worked where you did. No
No,
shot.
no. I
I,
know.
I was thinking about it, and like if my building was connected to theirs, maybe there's a shot. You know what I mean? Like if it was a more consolidated, centralized kind of thing where you had 30% of a gigantic warehouse, let's say. That
Yep.
might be different. I might know what my neighbors were.
Yeah. No, not
But
like
like you've got streets in between these, man.
exactly. Like it. I don't know. The it doesn't have a label on it. The the white roof in like the center of
Mm-hmm.
the loop.
Yeah.
It's a Bell and Evans chicken factory, like frozen chicken factory.
Really?
Um, I've there's only ever like 3 cars in front of it. Like for the size of the building, I've never seen more than a couple cars in front of it, and by a couple I mean like 2 to 3 cars in front of it.
I went to Google Street View. There are literally 3 cars in front of it.
But that's like an
That's
average
a
day.
huge building.
Like I don't know if there's just on average 3 guys that sit in there, like doing everything for that building, or if like there's a lot, like there's a bus stop right there. So I don't know if like a lot of people bus in for it, but it's almost very concerning that like no one actually works there to some degree. Or if it's just like 3 guys, I think it might just be like a bunch of freezers that like a guy unloads trucks, puts it in like a pallet space, and just moves on with life.
Yeah,
But
maybe it's two forklift drivers and a manager.
it very
Like
much
it
could
could
be.
be.
Could be very concerning. You just never see anyone working there. Um, and then there's the coffee and tea company, which when they're like cooking coffee beans is the most like coffee coffee smells good. Even if you don't like it, it has that like good
Yeah,
aroma to it.
I agree. I don't like coffee. It doesn't do anything for me, and but it does smell good. Absolutely.
When they're roasting the beans, like the smell is very off-putting.
Really.
Yeah, it's like not a you would assume you're like walking around like a Hershey Park where you're like smelling the chocolate being made. It's just it's like it's very like it's not manure but it's very like earthy as the beans are being roasted. So that's about that. Also, I don't know what it's like I don't know.
Yo,
I guess
this laser cutting place down the street.
yeah,
That sounds like my kind of place.
yeah, cool ass lasers.
There's an alternate universe where I run my own business doing like plasma cutting or laser cutting, CNC
Just
stuff.
yeah, just like you get sent files, you make it, you send it out.
Yeah.
I
Or
see it.
even like the designing side too even. I could
No,
see.
oh okay. So you'd I guess you are getting
Like give me an idea and I'll make it happen kind of
I
thing.
was gonna say I was gonna say something, but then I remembered you did all that 3D printing, CADing, and all that stuff. So it all just makes it's all clicking in
Yeah.
my brain.
Like I'm not saying I could open up my shed for that right now, but I'm saying
But you
like
could.
I'm close enough that I could see it, you know?
Let's do it.
Ah, God, no.
Um, so we get a bunch of food trucks into the park. Um, and they sit by that pharmaceutical place. I don't know if the pharmaceutical place like asked them to come in, and because they always sit in front of there, like they sit at the very back of the park. Like they should be sitting like somewhere in the middle in my brain, but whatever. I don't care too much. But it does piss me off that it's all the way down there all the time. Um, but uh, people there are always so weird. I don't know how to describe it, but like every time I stop out there to like wait for a food truck, those people come out, and I just find them like they're always such weirdos.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just I don't like the company just because I've had to stand with like the people that work there, and I'm like, who are you people? Um. Also, there's a driving school.
I see that.
Like so all the time I'm like walking around people like learning how to
Almost
drive.
concerning. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping well, if one of them hits me, it's kind of at low speeds, but like I'm assuming they have good insurance that like they would have to pay out. But if I like say they have like these shitty or I don't even know, they're like some Hyundai weird hatchback like I don't even know what the car is.
The Google Street View goes through their parking lot.
Oh, let me
Um oh, that what the hell even is that? Is
I
that like a hatchback Honda?
is it a Honda? I don't remember off the top of my head. I just know like Oh, it really did just drive through their parking
I don't know.
lot. So yeah, so it is a Honda. It's these
Is
because they
it?
have a. It's a Honda. I don't know what it is, but like
Oh yeah, that is a Honda. The silver one, I can see the. Oh no, I got a. I couldn't quite tell. I was pretty confident, but not really confident. Yeah, those are Honda.
I don't know.
Let me see if I can go to their website and
New
find out.
person behind the wheel of like when that car's driving at you and you like they have such big windshields it feels like and they're just staring at you. You're
Yeah,
like, oh god, because the instructors are always just like, calm down. There's a person walking there. Let's just give them a little bit of berth.
yeah. Hell,
Yeah,
you're probably. They should. You should be on the payroll. You're helping them.
I should be. I sometimes just want to go over there and practice my parallel parking. I'm
I
not
got.
versed enough in parallel parking.
I got a compliment today on my driving.
Oh,
Um,
like fast or slow or
no.
with finesse or
Finesse for sure.
okay.
This was part two Electric Boogaloo of the tractor series, the
Oh,
garden
yeah,
tractor, the pickup side of things.
it's been fixed side of things.
Yeah. So last time I picked it up from his house, the friend,
Yep.
and I met him up at the house. I already backed up the driveway.
Hmm.
Today, I brought it back. So he was with me bringing it back.
Oh, and he saw you back up with a trailer.
And I was turning around at the bottom and he said, "Oh, you can just drop it off here. We don't have to take it up to the house." And I said, "Don't worry about it. That's the easy part. The hard part is this, the turning around part. Because I'm trying to turn around where everything is working against me." Um,
I don't have spatial awareness, so trailers I don't think I'll ever be able to handle a trailer. I don't have spatial awareness enough to like understand where like I am in relation to another object that's like attached at a pivot point.
so that the trailer that I'm doing, it's a 6x10 utility trailer. It's big enough that it's not so hard to back up, but it's small enough that I can easily see everything, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, but where I'm doing all of this maneuvering just sucks. I'm gonna give you a Google Street View of where I turn this trailer around.
Is it tight or is there just weird curves?
So I'm on a downhill, so there's a bit of slope with everything. His driveway, it's not square to the road, it's angled,
Oh. Yeah.
and there's a big dip right at the driveway. So
Like long
all
cut or fine cut?
like a dip down.
No, I'm talking
I I got you, but a dip down like a drainage swale.
like those new
Um,
Zins I keep hearing all about.
so I'm trying to turn this trailer around. I don't
Oh.
have a deep enough drop hitch, so the trailer's angled a bit. So I'm trying not to ruin the license plate on the back of the trailer. I'm trying not to catch the jack on the front of the trailer.
Driveways are gross.
You're looking at the right one, by the way.
Yeah, I think all three of the like I would if I was buying any of these houses, I think I would be like, oh, I don't like any of these
And
driveways.
so, more context, I'm coming down the hill. I don't ever want to go down the hill to leave because where it comes out on the next road is a horrible intersection. You can't see anything and it comes out onto a busy road. And it's at a very bad angle. So I don't ever want to go that way with a trailer. Let alone driving even. I don't like going there driving at all.
No, yeah.
So I'm like using a combination of his and his neighbor's driveway to turn the trailer around without going too far so I don't bend my license plate, turn around, and then back up his driveway. Backed up his driveway one shot, never touched the brakes. And he was like, "Damn, I could never do that."
Oh god, this intersection. Yeah, because it's a hill that like tapers off, and there's like another bump in the hill, and I'm looking at this intersection right now.
Yeah, and it's a blind hill from the south.
Yeah, it's a blind hill, and then this other side's not nothing to
And
stop it.
it's a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit, but everybody's doing 55 to 60.
So I'm assuming you would have to turn left off that then.
For me to go home, yes.
So that's even worse. Like you can definitely the right side, you can see it. You can see down a little bit, but when you have to do like you're doing it almost not a 180, but you're doing like a
It's a very sharp turn.
yeah, it's not no.
Fun fact, when I was in high school, one of my one of the people that went to school with me in my grade came up that hill when it was a little rainy, I think. Completely fucking wiped out, went off the left embankment and drove into somebody's house. And I responded to it as a firefighter.
Damn.
We got there and the car was stuffed in the house. So that was cool.
Well, I just would I couldn't I wouldn't want to deal with the day that my house got hit by a car.
No, that's a terrible day.
Um, trailer skills, Bruno. I just I don't think trailer life ain't my life.
I'll give
Um,
you a link of Street View of the house that it hit too. It was a like precarious situation, honestly.
bro, I ain't living in that house. I know you don't have choices in life sometimes, like where you live, but like that's not
That ain't it.
that door or oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was a house door at first. That's just
Nope,
they
that's
put.
like I don't know what that
I don't
is.
think that's an exterior door technically, but they definitely put it on an exterior.
It's okay, I'll tell you what it is, right? That door is a patio that they put plywood on to have a little bit of privacy. And then a door.
I just don't think that was. I think that's a solution. I just don't think that was the correct solution.
Either privacy or security. I don't know which, to be honest with you, actually.
Yeah, I don't. Again, that's just like someone at one point in history. Like I'm assuming this road always existed. For them to have built the house there,
Yeah.
I'm assuming this road had to exist in history.
Yeah.
But someone like quite literally said, "Let's build the house." Like it looks like there's land. Like I guess they wanted to build it on top of the hill, not down the hill.
Yeah, I got no idea, bud.
But like someone said, "Let's build the house 10 feet from the road." I don't know. I guess the guy is that a house down there? I guess the other person was smart. They built a house down there. I think garage door.
Yeah,
Hard to tell.
it is hard to tell sometimes.
Need that winter shot. Oh, these are new. These are May 2023. These are new pictures.
Ooh, that reminds me to look. Am I still on Google Maps? It's been a couple years actually now.
I don't know if they were this part. If they were this part, and they didn't get into your street, kind of shitty.
No, I'm saying I was on the Street View camera.
Yeah, but I meant like if they were this close to your house taking new pictures last year, shitty if they like didn't like do your whole area. They did like one or two roads.
I think these are new pictures. Shit. I'm not on the camera anymore.
Now you have to get Google Earth, which I think you probably have.
I do actually.
Can't you see historic
I don't
street
know
views?
about.
I thought you could go back through the years and see
You
different street
can
views.
for satellite. I know. I don't know about Earth though.
Oh, I didn't know you could do it on satellite. I thought it was only on Earth.
In Google Earth, on satellite images, you can go back. I don't know. Can you even do street? Yeah, yeah, you can. Let me zoom into my spot.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
And then um,
Oh, the American street cars. There's no snorkel. There's no rails with Velcro. There's no.
I don't think you can change the date for Street View pictures. I'm not seeing it.
Okay, you're lost forever.
Bummer.
Uh, nope. Oh well. You'll just have to sit outside till the next time for like 3 more years.
Yeah, I was driving when I saw that one go by. That like I was in my truck.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Ford Ranger is lost to Google Street View.
Womp womp womp. Um. The I never ever saw any like real like I've never seen anyone talk about how much a Google Street Car guy per person makes. Like, it's
Hmm.
one of those things on the internet that you don't like. No one's ever been like, "Oh, I Street View card." I've never seen a Reddit post saying like, "Oh, I did Google Street View cars and it was such a shitty job," or "It was so great. We got a stipend every day for lunch, and I just drove around on a GPS thing that told me what streets to go."
ZipRecruiter claims $20 an hour for PA.
Hey, it's not the worst. It's not the worst $20 job I can find for you.
No,
Um, assume it's
I
a lot of
wonder
like the.
how many are there? Do you think?
I mean, if you're going around every street in Pennsylvania, it has to take forever.
Okay, I got a number for the world. How many do you think?
Well, there's at least one for like I'm just gonna say like 80 some countries. So there's 80 plus like times like four times 80, which is 240.
250.
That makes sense. About four per country.
That seems low to me.
I mean, if they were updating them every year, I'd tell you they would be like quadruple that. But when they get once every 3 years, that means like Pennsylvania was on the list in 2023, and they like drove around Pennsylvania and like for for like a month or two, and they moved on to the next state. And it takes you that long to like rotate your state back into the fray. But then again, maybe like the cities maybe they're hitting harder than rural America, which
Yeah,
would make sense. There has to be someone that says there has to be one Street View guy that said I've driven on every street in like a state.
Street View helped us capture more than 10 million miles around the world. That's a lot.
It crazy. For that little people, they must be putting apps bonkers mileage.
Yeah, I
That's
bet.
10 million divided by 250. So what is that math?
That's
Oh,
40,000?
by yeah, 40
That's not that
40,000.
much anymore.
I mean, but you're like doing it. You're
You could
doing.
refresh that every year.
I think there's a lot too, because this is a lot of dumb routes. This isn't like this is a lot of back and forths, and then like
True.
think of like a gridlock town, not a gridlock, but think of like your average town where you just have like street where you have to go up and down and up and down, and then one ways where
Okay,
you have to go.
40,000. What speed are you averaging? You think you can average 20 miles an hour?
I was gonna say 35.
There's a lot of streets that don't even have a speed limit of 35, is what I'm
No, but I was
thinking.
thinking for the imaging, you'd probably want like 35.
Okay,
I'd be curious.
35 miles an hour. That's 1,100 hours. 1,150 hours. That's that's half a year of work.
Now, again, so like your 40,000 miles is the amount of miles you have to document, but how many miles does it take you to
True.
how much miles does it
How
take
much
doc
travel is there where you're not
how mu
taking pictures?
how much wasted travel is there getting those 40,000 documented in whatever logical way you're supposed to do it?
Also,
Because
you have
that
a
could be like
time
an
frame for this too.
and this is like you're into DOT stuff, so you're into breaks and shit where you're 8-hour day and you're done.
This became a very interesting logistical problem quickly.
I again, I don't know if they have special GPSs. Like, I don't know, like, logistically speaking, like having someone not miss a road, like you have to have some sort of software that tells them like what needs done. Like, I don't know how you would get some guy for 20 bucks an hour that would just be like, oh yeah, remember do this whole town, make sure you don't miss a road.
No, they gotta have their own special fancy program. Hmm.
And then like it's like weird. It's like back to my work. Like, why did they decide to drive through that parking lot? Like, what? Because
Yeah, that
Google
was
Maps
weird.
thinks,
Also, why did they put it in Google Maps?
yeah. Like, are they gonna go down to your driveway one of these years because they think it's a road?
Fucking about, yeah, probably. Like, I understand going down, if, like in a shopping center, for instance,
Yeah.
taking the main strip to be able to be like, hey, these are the stores that are in the strip mall or whatever.
Yep.
Not like some random parking lot for a business in a,
No,
like,
but their map said do it, and the guy was like, whatever, I'll do it.
yeah, I guess. Hey, my phone got the circle to search feature
Ah.
just now.
Sweet. Oh.
Weird.
See me. Oh.
I
That's
haven't had it before.
okay. Sick. We finally got features.
Oh, never mind. It doesn't work.
Okay.
I don't
That's
have it.
that's you know that was exciting then disappointing then exciting
At
again.
least I think, unless it doesn't work on my home screen.
Well, we're back to hopeful.
Nope, doesn't work.
Oh,
I don't
back to
have it.
disappointment.
It gave me a notification like, hey, you can use Circle to Search now. It lied to me, though. It's fine. I don't need it. There's a button that says search the screen that works the same exact way. It just doesn't get a circle, it gets a square. It's fine.
You know what else is disappointing?
What's that?
I'll admit, out of all the best Thursdays there are out there in this world, tomorrow isn't one of the better Thursdays out there in the world.
Why? Because it's almost a Wednesday?
No,
Why?
because I think tomorrow night is the start of football season.
Oh, God.
So it's like it's 4 months of just like it's 4 months of just all the football nonsense.
Pain?
Yeah. Well, it's hopefulness and it's optimism, and then it's like one bad Thursday, Saturday, Monday, whatever. Then it goes to like shit in here for a week, and then
If
it's
you can't
like
tell, me and Nick are huge football nerds.
I I like my college football, but I don't let that infect the Discord. But a bad Bills game is just like, oh my god, I don't want to have to deal with this for the next
Morale
week.
gets real low depending on the score of some of these football games.
Also, I, I'm about ready to blow my brains out about fantasy.
They're in too many. It's gotten terrible, man.
I, I can only hear so much talk about trade. I can only hear her not trading a player
I don't know
for
why you try.
having her trade is just like trying to convince the sun that like don't rise as early tomorrow. Like it's
That's
just
like playing Monopoly with Eric.
give me the brown and you can have the orange. No, around we go. Um, yeah, no. Tomorrow is a good day, but it's not going to be the best of good days. So tough, tough luck. And that means Saber start up in a month or two, and then you have Bills and Saber. Oh my God! Then it's just all nonsense.
The hockey isn't as bad.
No, because there's less like the gloom of a gloom of a bad gets overwritten because there's another like chance. There's just more, which helps like break up. If one bad game doesn't mean a bad season, vice versa to football, where one bad game kind of ruins a good
So
season.
I think the difference, at least in my mind, is that hockey focuses on the Bills, or not the Bills, the Sabres. You know, is on
Yeah.
Buffalo, right? Football though, they're in fucking 4 fantasy leagues.
Yes.
You got to watch everybody. You don't have the same team on every fantasy league. You literally have to watch everybody.
Then there's so much yapping.
Bro, Juan and Eric just need to figure out how to put a cork in their yapper, man. They're ridiculous lately.
They feed off each other. They're two toddlers that just feed off the yappins.
It's
But
crazy. It never
um,
stops.
oh, so on a completely unrelated note,
Yeah. Unrelate me.
unrelate you. I I'm working on building the ultimate travel charger kit.
Okay.
So Madeline and I go on trips. We go on vacations. We go away
Yeah.
for a while. We take a
Yeah.
lot of devices for us with us.
Sure.
We always pack a bunch of not we don't not redundant, but we always pack a bunch of chargers. But everything's USB-C anymore. So like
Usually.
um yeah, we don't have fucking any micro B shit hanging around. I'm tossing anything that's micro
I
B.
think mine's pretty much. There's a couple things nowadays
I'm
that I
not
still
bringing my
have. I
micro B
think.
flashlight.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I don't. I'm trying to think of something that I would take somewhere that I would need a charger for, and I'm having a hard time.
So like I'm in the process of like kitting out
Yeah.
the like ultimate charger bin. So like I got by this long ago, did I? No, that was that. No way I bought it that long ago. Cause it like randomly popped. Oh, here it is. So the only weird thing we got is our watches are like wireless charging pucks, not USB-C.
Yeah.
So
In a pinch,
I bu-
charge it with your phone.
I can. It's weird with cases. Like it like
I was surprised. I can charge my headphones through my OtterBox case
I
as
can
long
charge it
as
on here. It's just
as long
like
as I take the cover off of my headphones. I got to do
gotcha.
one. It's one or the other. I can't have
Yeah.
both cases.
No, my watch because it's slippy on the slippy surface. If I even like touch it, it like stops charging. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like a put in the right place and then just sit. Um, so I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna get a carrying case, which I haven't quite picked out yet. But I'm like, I'm gonna get this 100-watt GAN. It's that fancy technology.
Uh huh.
Um, uh, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
a little
That
hub like this. 100 watts. I can get fast charging on 3 of the C ports. So like phones and like maybe battery backups type
Yeah.
shit. I get fast charging on there. Our watches don't do like fast charging, so I can utilize the C's or the A's to C's for like watches that again it's
Yep.
just and like Kindles
Yep.
or like headphone like low battery devices where they charge quick just because the battery is basically nothing.
What plug does your Kindle take?
See?
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to
Oh,
see.
did you get a new Kindle? I thought there was a time where we had the same Kindle and yours was an old one
Oh, I
still.
could not. Every year I would have to like resuscitate it out of like
Okay.
it would die so hard. It was old and it was like dying so hard I had to like fucking
Okay.
resuscitate it.
I thought I caught you on something. Okay, you're fine.
Now I got this before the cruise. It was
Okay, yeah.
the first cruise. I had the old one. I resuscitated it, but I would have to like charge it every day because it wouldn't make it through a whole day with battery.
Okay, yeah.
So I
And for a
I got
Kindle, that means the battery's flat dead.
yeah. So I got this one. I know you're probably set with yours for a while, but the new ones do have like this has a backlight, which is cool at night, and it
Oh,
has
for sure.
um
I'm gonna be honest, I just use my phone.
no, 100%. The more reason for this is like the outside viewing.
Yeah,
Phone is stuck.
if I did that a lot more, I think I'd think about it differently.
Like if
But
out of the pool or on the cruise on vacations and stuff, it's all the outside shit. I just can't. The phone is just
yeah,
not the play. But this
yeah.
does it's Bluetooth, so audiobooks and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also I paid the extra like $20 so that I get cool little graphics and I don't get ads.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I'm building a charging case that when we go on vacation or go on a trip, I say I pack the chargers and we just have all the chargers we want. Plus I did is it
I'm trying to think of a product that I remember seeing before. Oh God, what is it called?
what is it called?
It's like a board that has bungees in like a weave that you
Oh,
can like tuck cords into it really easily.
yeah.
Uh,
That would be cool.
it's something that I never bought, but a grid it. That's what it was.
Reddit.
Um, if I ever did like the thing that you're talking about, it's something that I would think
Oh,
I would look into,
yeah.
that I have thought about.
I was thinking about it's on a it's on a bigger uh,
It's just one of those things that I never had a use for it, but I always thought that if I ever made a travel kit that included a bunch of chargers with cords and shit, that I would want it.
yeah. I was thinking of a I think I'm going with a case design.
Okay. Yeah,
I've seen the
that
grid it. I've
looks
seen
pretty
people.
nice.
I've actually seen like a grid it where I've seen like in person like held one and I thought it was cool. But then I feel like I need to put it in something anyway. So case design
Yeah,
turned into my
case is good too. That looks like a nice one, to be honest. I like
yeah.
the multiple layers of shit.
And you can organize the like you can change the internal like the compartment sizes.
Yeah. The only problem with those is I've never had one that the compartments stayed and I loved it.
Yeah. It's more
But
or less just
I know what you're saying, and yes.
I'd probably do the more basic B design where it just like break it into thirds and like
Yeah.
stuff certain things in one, certain things in the other. Yeah, that's what charge 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 and pay. Because I have we have the like LO Bean like toiletry bags that are all
Yeah.
packed up. Like we could just grab and go in a heartbeat of like all of our stuff in one thing. So I was like, I just do that for chargers. That way we go on a trip, be like, oh, trip watches, bam. 'Cause, like last cruise, cause there's only like 2 outlets in like the one sec. I think there's one other set, but like in the one area for like table and stuff, there's only 2 outlets. So we were trying to juggle like 2 Kindles, 2 sets of headphones, 2 phones, 2 watches,
Yeah. It's a
um,
lot of things.
a battery because like there wasn't things on the bed. So when you're at night, just like watching something, you couldn't have your phone plugged in. So I would have it on a battery, so that way the next day when you woke up, it would be charged.
Yep.
But those take forever to charge, so you need to like
Yep.
that's like prime real estate when you're trying to charge a bunch of things to get that thing fucking going.
Yep.
Crazy. Um,
I bought, this was forever ago, an Anchor, kind of like what you have there, where it's just a shit ton of ports that have good power delivery.
yep.
I use it all the time for all of my stuff.
Yeah.
It's got a wireless pad, so my headphones I can just dump on it. That's a great feature, by the way. Like for headphones, a wireless charger,
Yeah.
to be able to just throw it on there and they charge.
Oh yeah.
Love that.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I haven't
I'm
tried
surprised
no
at how
wireless.
well I've taken to Bluetooth headphones. I fought it
I
for a
think
very long time.
they're fine. I mean, there's nothing great, but they're like the convenience of some of it is just nice.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Are your current ones that you have on right now Bluetooth?
No.
They're wireless still.
So, are you talking about my headset, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's a Sennheiser TV headphones. So it has a base station that I plugged into
Okay.
my computer.
Yeah. Okay. So it's over like a 2.4 like gigahertz
So
wave.
yeah, I actually have them hooked up optically. It has an optical cable
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
came with it, and I had it, and it was an option.
Oh yeah.
Um,
The wire you're going over like you're standing
yes,
in your kitchen warming up the burrito and you're just
yep,
like
and they cut
"Wah,
out.
wah."
Yep, absolutely.
Worst those are the
Um,
worst days. I think you only ever did it once. It might have been like only once or
it
twice.
it was literally like once, and you guys freaked the fuck out, and it's been a meme for probably almost 10 years now.
It's just crazy how you did something once and we just believed that it happened like every 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Bruno
no,
would go to the microwave.
it was like once that it was important. Yes.
I'm surprised you never had that laptop wired.
It was in a terrible spot to be wired. And it
So
was being used for something else.
yeah, but then you used it
TeamSpeak
for
was the additional use of that laptop.
yeah, but you ran Terraria server on it.
It did. I'm surprised it could take that, to be honest with you, at this point.
But
That laptop was old as shit.
I know it was hilarious. Like I'll be right back, boys. Server starts lagging to all hell. It's like oh no, Bruno's using the microwave. Oh no, minute later, you come back, you're like, "What's up?" And we're just like, the game's finally catching up.
Best part was I could always hear it too. Like as the microwave stopped, I heard you guys freaking out.
Well, when you went away, we would stop doing things. We'd end up just like fishing, and we wouldn't be able to fish just because of like.
It was more than once because I remember doing it when people were playing CS:GO too, and they freaked out.
Um.
If you're not following the story, I was basically the server hoster for the group, and I hosted TeamSpeak on a laptop that was connected wirelessly. And if you don't know anything about wireless, microwaves really fuck with it. So
Really
basically, you would get like, if I was running the microwave, probably like 10% of the packets would go through. So your voice comms and anything else running on it, like a Terraria server, got really fucked up when the microwave was going.
It was like hell on earth. The burritos definitely they were fighting
I,
us.
I'm gonna be real with you, Nick. I know you always say burrito, and I just go with it. I think in my lifetime, I have made under 10 burritos in the microwave. Ever.
I feel like one of them. I feel like one of those was a burrito though. I feel like
I
I
don't
got
think
in
it
my
ever
head.
was, to be honest
I
with
I,
you.
I 100% believe in my heart of hearts the one time you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go nuke this burrito.
And maybe it was. I don't know.
Maybe it was like one of that. Maybe that was like not 8, 9 of 10. But I feel like
Maybe.
that's why, because I feel like I knew we knew when it was pizza. It was always pizza. Burritos cat got in my
Pizza
head.
also seems crazy to me because I never heat up pizza.
But you made it seem like at one point you had pizza. You always had pizza on hand in your house.
Okay. I think where that happened is I don't, like, at all. But when I do get pizza, I get a lot of pizza. So I eat pizza for like a day or two afterwards, you know? So that might be why Fee thinks I always have pizza.
But that was a thing for a while where I was like, oh, Bruno always has pizza on hand.
I don't know where, like, sometimes I wish I was the person looking in on myself to understand what you guys think about me sometimes.
100% Eric's just thinking that you're sitting there with your big knife, slapping down stabbing. Eric thinks you have a big knife. Fee thinks you're like, your plate is your gun, and you're using a knife to pick up a pizza. As you're like, I don't know, as you're four
Is this
wheeling.
my fork now?
Yeah. If we're talking like combined thoughts, it's like you're. If I didn't, the AI generated what Bruno's doing is you're
Yeah.
sitting at your
Oh
computer with
god,
your light
that's
on, with a piece of pizza on like a pile of like pistols, while you're eating it with a big ass knife, and then you're somehow also your computer's in your four wheeler.
fair.
That would be
You
your
know?
AI generated mashup of Bruno.
Okay, new business idea. All right.
Okay.
We make an AI company
Okay. I like it.
that you give it access to your passwords.
Yes.
Okay. Horrible security, by the way. Like,
Ah, fuck it. They're already out there.
terrible, but I'm just go with it
Nope.
for a second.
I'm already on.
You give it access to all your passwords, it collects data dumps from everywhere and collates it and gives you your online profile of what
Oh
it
shit.
thinks about you.
Oh shit. It's like a like a mosaic of like you.
Yeah.
Oh
This is
god, that
what
would
the
be.
internet knows about you.
Oh god, that'd be scary.
I'm talking like dump everything.
Oh no, please no. Because I'm just thinking of Eric right now. It would learn off of his algorithms.
Oh god.
It's just not a thing that needs to happen in this world. No, I'm selling this. I'm just because I'm afraid of what I might see with that. It has to be sold.
Oh god.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
I don't like it anymore.
selling the idea, cashing out. But you know why we're cashing out that idea
Cuz that's all we have time for.
on this week's episode. Thursdays are the best days podcast. Thanks for listening and goodbye.
See you later.